Hello everybody and welcome back to FX Street. My name is Akash and today we're going to be taking a look at Ethereum and discuss what's happening with it and how the merge induced rally is holding up right now. So before we get into that, please make sure to head on over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to stay updated with the hottest trends in the crypto market, make sure to also click on the bell icon. You can give us a follow on Twitter at FX's Crypto. And if you enjoy the content that I put out, make sure to give me a follow as well at Mangeko with a 0 at the end. You can join my Telegram group, which is free of cost. There's no entry fee by clicking on this link here, and my personal YouTube channel by clicking on this link here. Right, let's get into Ethereum. Right, so you can see that Ethereum like more than doubled over the past few days, weeks, right? Since producing a bottom here on 18th of July at roughly 878, the price rallied 131%, right, and formed a swing high at 20,034. Since then, Ethereum price has dropped roughly 30% and is currently hovering around 1450 approximately. So what's happening right now is that since my last discussion, Ethereum price has not only managed to kind of fill the FEG at 1478, but if you remember, there was an equal low formed here and expected the price to do something like this after sweep the equal low and then go up. But instead of sweeping the low first, the price kind of lured in a lot of bulls, only to move above this clearly important support level, which is flipped into resistance level. It kind of flipped it into a support flow for a brief period of time, but then it basically crashed all the way, trapping in a lot of investors that kind of positioned themselves long after a flip of this level. So that was an important turnaround point for Ethereum. And after that, the price collected the liquidity resting below this equal lows of roughly 1530, and then filled the inefficiency present at 1474. So after this, the price is kind of stabilizing right now. And what's going to happen right now is that the price, depending on what Bitcoin does, right? Everything is dependent on Bitcoin. And if you look at what's happening here on a 4-hour time frame, there's no, it's noticeable, but not that great. You can see there's already bullish divergence starting to develop on a 4-day time frame. On a 1-day, these are not pronounced. Actually, the divergences are not even present here. You can see, right? Lower low. There's nothing happening on a 1-day time frame as well. So on a 4-hour time frame, you could potentially expect a minor recovery rally, but I don't see it going a lot higher. And if you look at it from a weekly time frame perspective, you can see this was the weekly high. This was the previous week's low. So one play that's possible over the next week is you either, like what I'm expecting right now is a sweep of the previous week weekly low followed by a recovery. And once the price recovers, I'm going to long this and potentially try to target the midpoint of this particular range here. So the midpoint is approximately at 1570. So once we get a recovery above that, this is my plan, right? Long this here with a tight stop loss, and then book profits around here. Let's just be realistic, give it a 4%. Yep, there you go. So we're looking at a roughly 2.5-hour trade setup. I don't see it going way beyond this level here unless Bitcoin kind of picks up the steam, right? But this is what I'm expecting over the next week to take place for Ethereum, right? Nothing really interesting. But let's get to the topic of what merge, like what's happening with the merge, right? The merge is an important milestone in Ethereum's lifespan or Ethereum's journey, right? But I don't see. I think the merge, more obviously, right? It's done. The merge rally is done after Ethereum price kind of failed to go up to 21,580, 2,200, 2,300. These were major resistance levels, as can be seen here in this particular chart, right? You can see after 1730, the next resistance level was around 2,300. And the price kind of did a fake out. And if you look at what's happening here, there was a clear inverse head and shoulders pattern setting up on the 1-day time frame. Yep. So the merge rally, the merge induced rally, I think is coming to an end, and there might be another potential bullish spurt that could potentially push the price up higher. But even with that scenario in mind, I don't see it going well beyond 1730. I feel like this is where the upside is capped for Ethereum right now. But honestly, even if you look at it from a head and shoulders perspective on a daily time frame, the neckline is around the midpoint of this range that we just looked at, which is around 1570. It could go, but I'm not saying it will, but it could go up to 1600. But that's what I see. Let me just mark this out for future references, right? I'm expecting the price to be around 1550 to 1600. Right, this is it. This is your target. I don't see the price going well any above. Like I don't see it going. I don't see it crossing this particular zone here, extending from 1550 to 1600, basically a $50 range. So yeah, merge is dead, but the altcoins related to merge are still seem to be kicking alive. And if you look at Optimism here, right, the price is making some sort of a comeback around the 62 after retesting the 62 retracement level here at 0.989. And if you remember in our last video, I did mention the price could potentially bottom anywhere from $1 all the way up to 0.72. And you can see there were major inefficiencies present here at the extending from 0.61 to 0.65. And so, yeah, this trade was pretty good. Looks like we're almost at the take profit level here, which is 50% retracement level at 1.17. So Optimism is making internal, like the whole trend is a downtrend, but it is giving good opportunities to long. So yeah, I don't see even like even with the merge rally coming to an end, I still feel like the altcoins are gonna outperform a little. Actually, they're gonna outperform Ethereum a lot better. So keeping a close eye on Optimism, which I feel like the upside for Optimism is capped around 1.177, but it could extend up to 1.22. Right? Anything beyond that is a good short opportunity. So let me just take this out, provide you some new. Right, we're already in a short opportunity zone for Optimism. So let's keep it from the current position. We'll keep our stop losses up here and expect the price to at least come down to this level here, which you can see there's a ton of liquidity resting below these equal lows found at 0.73 and 0.74. Right. This is what I'm expecting from Optimism over the next coming days. We could potentially go up and retest 50 retracement level here. So let's keep our entries. Yeah, it could go up here as well. So let's just keep this up here and bring this down here. Our take profit levels, stop loss will be at this level. Okay. Seems pretty interesting. On a time frame, we're looking at a 35% drop for Optimism over the next week. So let's take a look at the next coin that could potentially rally quite a bit, and that is Lido, right? Lido, I think in this chart looks pretty good. Yeah, so basically my plan, I'm not sure if I explained it. Did I explain? I'm not sure. So let me just quickly go over this, right? I saw pricing wedges quite a while ago. I think it was around here. And I even shorted this move down up to 1.8. But I kind of got cold feet and closed the position around 1.9. Left another 10-cent move on the table. But either way, the rising wedges is playing out pretty good. The rising wedge target is done, which was at 1.76. And now the price has kind of flipped the support level here, extending from 1.76 to 1.79, and is now going to go lower. Now, if, as you can see here, my plan is pretty simple, right? If the price recovers above this level here, which is 1.79 to 1.76, then I'm going to wait for the price to kind of flip this level into support floor and then long this all the way up to this level here, which is $2.12. But if the price kind of flips this into a resistance level, then it's a clean down move all the way up to 1.4. Now, this scenario, obviously, I don't feel like it's going to happen anytime soon. So let me just take this out. This is done. So let's take this out. Right. So this is what I'm expecting. Right. The price has already moved down. I'm expecting it to kind of go up, retest this level. I'm not sure if we're going to get it to go all the way up here, but this trade looks kind of promising. So yeah, a 17% downswing is what I'm expecting for Lido over the coming weeks. All I need is this one upswing where I can get my short orders filled, right? So effectively, this is what I'm expecting, right? The recovery rally on a lot of altcoins seems like it's going to happen sooner rather than later. The only thing we need is for Bitcoin to kind of give us a conclusive outlook, right? Like if Bitcoin price kind of flips above this resistance level here, like if it does something like this, I would be comfortable longing this, or even if we kind of sweep the previous daily low or previous weekly low at 19,511, and if I see a recovery above this, then it's a good place to long Bitcoin at least up to this level here, 20,540. But I would be inclined to kind of hold my position up to 20,700 because that was a major level, not just on a 1 hour time frame, but you can see on a 4 hour time frame, this level, roughly 20,700 was a major level on a higher time frame perspective as well. So two places to kind of long Bitcoin would be somewhere around here, something like this. Now, again, I have to mention this is not a sure shot setup. This is just an approximation of what my idea, my plan for Bitcoin is. Yep, this is what I'm expecting. If we flip the blue box into support floor, long this from here. If we do not, if we sweep the previous weekly low, then wait for a recovery and then long Bitcoin. For both of these setups, the target is 20,542 or roughly 20,600. That's what I'm expecting. But I don't see the price kind of making a lot of bullish moves beyond 20,700, which is kind of like the midpoint of the crash that we witnessed over the past few days. Right, so things are looking pretty good here. And if you also just look at what's happened, my bad. Right, if you look at, actually, I think I already have a chart for this. Yep, so the price, this crash, 45% crash due to the Celsius, not the Celsius, the 3AC crash that took place here. The price kind of slowly crawled back up to the 50 retracement level, got rejected, and then went down. So this crash that happened over the past few days is what I'm looking at, right? I'm expecting mean reversion. Now, if you look at this one, there was no sweep of the previous weekly low. And what the price did was the price, even here, you can see similarities, right? The price formed a resistance level, support floor, and then the price eventually flipped it down here. And then it continued to rally up. Another retest around here, and boom, the price rallies. Right now, what I'm expecting is something similar. We were on a 1 hour time frame over here, and you can see it's formed another support floor, kind of broke below that. I think if we get a flip of this, I'm looking to long a lot of altcoins. So yeah, that is pretty much it for today, guys. The merge rally, I think, is coming to an end. In conclusion, what I want to say is that I am long-term bearish. I've been long-term bearish for quite some time, and if you watch my videos, you can see that I was kind of bearish since, hold up. Yep. So I was basically bearish and predicting Bitcoin was going to go all the way down to 19K, 20K since I think April, right after this first initial crash. Since 40K, I've been bearish on Bitcoin, and things have kind of worked out pretty well. And even now, macro, I am bearish, but for the short term, I feel like Ethereum's merge, which is scheduled to take place somewhere in September, mid-September, or like the first 2 weeks of September, is going to be a sell the news kind of event. So, but before the sell the news kind of event, I feel like there's going to be a massive spike in volatility, which kind of collects the liquidity from investors trying to catch the short move, right? And it's going to wipe them out. It's going to wipe the longs. And once both the parties are kind of wiped, then the price is going to go down, kind of similar to the move that you witnessed up here. This particular wick was basically to collect liquidity, or like to stop investors that shorted earlier. And it did pretty good. Like I had shorted Bitcoin somewhere around here on this particular candlestick. And after the price kind of moved all the way down up to this point here, what I did was I moved my stop loss to break even, which was somewhere around here. And the price kind of went through that, and I basically missed the whole move. So in a way, in summary, Ethereum merge has provided what it had to offer, and now all that's left is for the event to take place. Successful or not, I feel like the price is still going to continue to dump, although the development is bullish from an extremely long-term perspective. But for now, I don't see a macro bottom happening for crypto. So for now, expect some sort of a spike up, a massive volatile spike up, and that will be your signal to kind of sell and catch another short move down to for Ethereum, right? It's pretty simple. For Ethereum, the down move could push it all the way down to 1280, which is honestly not that far. It's just 10% away from the current position. But I feel like 1280 is a pretty strong level, not just from short-term perspective, right, but also from a long-term perspective. It has provided massive support, as can be seen here. Right, you can see after 1280, there's a gap up to 1280. Beyond that, there's a massive support volume node here extending from roughly 1200 all the way down to 1100. So you can expect Ethereum to come down to the $1,000 level, although I don't see it dipping into the three-digit territory anytime soon. Like not right away, but eventually, yes, it will go down to $500, $600. This is where I feel like the macro bottom for Ethereum is. Beyond that, that's it, guys. It's an extremely long video, so I hope you guys enjoy this analysis. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.